welcome to our final episode of post-production. We join our cast on Trenten's balcony, 30 stories above his broken body on the pavement. Cortisol slowly being cleared from the bloodstream. A few paces away is a console, broken, doused in acid rain, a copy of Trenten's consciousness, mid-upload. The building is running on an emergency generator. Almost everything but the security cameras and vital systems are offline. Low lights, even those flickering. We can't zoom into a screen to watch a rerun today. Instead, we will look into the minds of our cast. What occupies your mind now that your most immediate goal has come to a close?
I think Ella expected to feel better after this. She expected that doing something with this anger that she's held this whole time would be a relief. It's not really. She's still angry about everything that's been done to her, and she's really gained nothing from this. There's no one, like, her whole life was still alive. Everything's still as it was. The guy who did it is just dead.
I think Margo's scared. She's not sure what comes next now. She's not sure what's happened. I think she just kind of like reaches out for Rognar if he chooses to hold her, but she's just kind of there, just staring.
Yeah, I think Rognar absolutely just like sort of after he drops 10 and his hands just kind of like shaking a little bit, and Margo reaches out to him and he wraps her up in his big burly arms. And I think the immediate sense is relief. And he does feel comfort holding Margo. But I think just because so much has happened in these past few days, I think he just starts to cry. Because he's just been, like, keeping this all pent up in his chest for so long. And he's just, like, feels this release. And he holds her and cries into her, like, the top of her head / like, shoulder, I guess. Because he's, like, sort of bending over top of her.
I think Matthias is like, I think he's contemplating the fact that this is like the first real life he's ordered to be taken. Like, he's done it so many times, and then so it felt like it would be something more natural, and it just, like, the reality of it feels different.
I think Audrey's waiting for something else to happen, because every single thing we've done so far where we've thought that we've gotten to an end point, it's never been the case, and sometimes it's taken a while to get to that other thing that happens, and sometimes it's instantaneous. And so I think she's not leaving, or she's not going around looking for something, but I think standing there is just kind of like not saying anything, but we're just looking around. Not searching, but looking.
I love the detective immediately being like, okay, what's our next target? What's going to happen next? So
next?
good. So
Here's
good.
the other shoe. The other shoe's going to drop.
Yeah.
Detective, as you turn from the balcony, sort of scanning the area, you see a stack of folders back inside the office, labeled Cast Dossier in impact text, along with 6 headshots, 6 folders on the stack.
Let's look at them.
Will you be reading these aloud or just glancing through?
Let's read them out loud. No reason not to.
Starting at the top, you begin
Sure.
to work your way through. The first is Rognar's. Inside is a picture of a baby visibly born too early. Medical records from the NICU, no father, a mother who passed in childbirth. The document quickly then turns to storylines. A loving mother cast who lost her own child. A series of potential subtitles. Smartest, kindest, bravest, eventually settling on strongest. Rognar, what information do you think you could find in here that would trouble you the most? And what would bring you the most hope?
I think like I think he'd be shocked knowing that he was born early and that he was kind of starting off at a disadvantage and yet has become as physically capable as he has. I think that would surprise him and like I think maybe give him a little bit of hope of like, oh wow, like this is how far I've come and I've become so much more than I think I was ever meant to be like physically. And I think also just like feeling that second wave of sadness of knowing that like Tammy lost her child and must have loved Rognar. Like she was probably telling the truth that she loved Rognar like her own. And that I think just like sends him into that sadness again.
The next one, down on the stack, Margo's. Picture of a baby. A baby born to a teenager in a free clinic in an impoverished county in Kentucky. Her mother was strung out and the grandmother wasn't willing to raise her. So when this casting call was revealed, it was an easy handover. Why let this baby grow up in the county with the highest poverty rate in the US, with a teen mother and no future? Sending her to a castle was a no-brainer. Margo, what in this file brings you lowest, and which makes you see most hope for a future?
I think knowing that I was so easily given away, no matter the circumstances, would really hurt. But then also knowing that in this I have found my own family kind of pushes her along. Like she doesn't have to be alone. She doesn't have to be that low choice anymore.
The third is Audrey's. A child whose parents seem to fall off the face of the earth. A mystery. What better could we do than surround you with what you were born into? A city we filled with enough sprinklers and fog machines. What's a little pollution to ensure you only get the sun when you've earned it? You've had real sunny days since, but you know what you were forged in. What could you find in here to be the most troubling? And what would bring you sunlight?
I think the idea that people could disappear so easy, and I think it acts as evidence that they're not, if they could vanish, that other people did as well, and just wondering around the circumstances of how that can come to pass. How can the world get to a point where a couple people vanish and they are not found? And I think the good part is that idea of the fact that there was some sunshine in general. It's not all one thing or the other. It's both, and maybe there's more of one than the other, but it's never all constant. There's always going to be something to balance out the bad, balance out the good. And whether or not we think it's proportionate doesn't matter. It's just the fact that it is true that there's going to be both.
The next one down. Della's. We see a baby left on the steps of a nunnery in a basket with a baby blanket that had a horse embroidered on it. When the nun found the child, she knew that the nunnery was approaching bankruptcy as it was, and they could not possibly care for this child. Lok Studios had previously contacted the mother, but it was only with this overflowing capacity that she decided to call the number on that business card. What about this file causes Della doubt, and what increases her faith?
I think the fact that she had been abandoned 2 times before she was even aware of the world stings a lot. But and she knows that she's always made her own way in life. Or at least as much as she could make her own way, being stuck in a show that was completely out of her control. And just knowing that even if she's been left and has had so few people care about her, she's always found her way, and she's found now people that do care.
The 5th is Matthias's, the firstborn to an impoverished family, wanting better for the boy faced with a full foster system, but a casting call for infants, for life, funding enough to have a simple life, to support a daughter that they would wait years to have, a child's life in luxury, a fire in your birdcage to make the golden bars look even more beautiful for you. Death enough to fuel you to protect the galaxy, one that we wrote into peril just for you. What could you find here to be the most upsetting? What will bring you the most hope?
I think it's like a recurring thing with Matthias that just like he did so much for so many people that didn't end up really amounting to anything. Like he spent his whole life dedicated to helping the galaxy, and then it just was never in danger in the first place. Just the waste of the dedication he had, I think, really brings him low. But then the knowledge that in kind of the futility of what he was doing, he did end up helping like his family. I mean, however that ended for them, there was a child that grew up in a better life because of his sacrifice.
Under these 5 documents, slightly askew, is Arthur's. A test tube baby designed for marketability, placed into a town built for nostalgia, struggles and joys we can all relate to. The overhead lights turn on, power slowly being restored to the building, not entirely yet though. In this document, methods to suppress Arthur's desire for adventure, parents and peers abusively shaping him, an intercom crackling to life, the whir of motors, and an audible gasping, "You promised," before static. The cast is free to act. The elevators are not yet powered.
Okay.
I knew his ass was still alive.
Fuck that.
Oh, Arthur's
Um,
not dead.
Suppose.
I guess we have to find him.
And kill him.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or,
Well,
you know,
If they
yeah,
if
that
he
is an
survived
option.
today, I think
He said
I
he wants
think
to be
he-
dead.
I love these murderous
he wants to be
women.
dead if he's with him. Maybe
Yeah, I think he'd rather be dead than taken.
Exactly.
No.
if we can try and get him out, then worth it. But I mean, I
If
have to
not,
kill
we'll
him
have to
again.
kill
I'll
him.
I'll keep
Yeah.
my promise.
Elevators.
We'll rescue him under threat of death.
Elevators are offline. Are there any access to
The
stairways?
buttons are not lighting. You just have the stairs.
Stairs it is.
We go to the stairs, yeah.
Up we
We
go.
took the stairs. We took the
Stairs.
stairs to get up here.
I slide down the elevator cable.
Oh my god.
Matthias,
Immediate hand cat
you're
like
gonna
ripped
die
up.
if you try
Yeah.
that.
Movie trope. No, okay. Let's stay.
Dumbass!
Or you could walk down the stairs.
Yeah.
Matthias needs something. He needs to be cool again.
He just threw
You
a man
could
off
slide
the
down the railing on your butt.
That's
That's
what I
what he
thought you were
does.
gonna do. I heard slide,
Yeah.
and I assumed that that's what
that
was
is-
happening. Disney Channel style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I expected. Great.
All right,
In
yeah,
that
head-
case,
Where, where do we even go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is there like a directory or something that says
Or-
what each
Yeah, is
floor
there, like, a
that says
holding
like what
cell?
each floor does? Not the thing.
no,
on the
it's all
bridge.
just mixed use.
Okay. It's just,
Is there a floor for one thing in any building, really?
That's fair. Well, I mean, it's like accounting
Yeah.
or like whatever. Anyway,
Floor 3, menswear. Floor 4,
In Lok
lingerie.
Studios? In Lok Studios?
No, we have a full floor just for backup clothes for our actors.
Floor 5, the torture
That actually kind of
dungeon.
makes sense.
yeah, they would have it labeled explicitly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Floor 9. Hell.
Floor 10, 9 backups.
Yeah.
Floor 11,
No kidding.
brainwash.
If you don't get it together, you're going to floor 9.
What if we start a fire? What if we burn this building down?
We could.
We should start the
I
fire
mean,
after
we could,
we're
but
outside the building.
Hey, we didn't start the fire.
wait.
I
always
remember that from the archives.
Audrey,
were
what did
redid
you
it in
say?
2077.
We didn't start the fire.
We should leave this place behind
Yes,
forever.
quickly.
Are we sure they don't have Arthur here?
We can look
We're
on
sure
our
this
way.
isn't where we're supposed to say. Why am I losing this accent today? Holy fuck.
We can look as we go, but
We gotta look for him. We gotta find him.
All right.
yeah,
But we stick together.
stick together. No splitting up.
Agree.
So, you descend the stairs?
Let's do it.
We do
Yeah.
I
each
think
floor.
we call out. Yeah, we call out each floor for Arthur.
Yeah.
Every
We stop,
floor,
yeah, we stop at each floor. We go. Oh.
popping the door open, looking around, calling for Arthur. No response. 29 through, 20, nothing. As you go deeper down these stairs, the ones you ascended to get to Trenten, not but a few minutes ago, ever so slightly in the background, a gentle hum. Someone give me a roll to notice things.
Fuck me, man.
I have listening. I'm using listening.
Go ahead.
Find hidden.
I'll just do perception, I guess.
DC's 12.
Plot hidden.
Oh! I have 3 notes, so
Damn
I
it.
rolled a 9, and then I'm gonna add my 3 notes to get a 12.
I think I really can only do anything unless you let me do poke around, but that's not really the same thing.
You can poke around.
Hell yeah!
I gotta stop him.
Let
You
me
poke.
poke around.
Poke to your heart's content.
I'll poke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
If you missed that 12, be sure to take a note.
Ooh, yeah. Hey,
Ah.
look at you.
Wow. With 5
Daddy.
dice, I got exactly 12.
Slay.
Audrey and Rognar, in that case, you hear a whirring. Rognar, to you, it reminds you almost of that beast on the track at the fair.
Oh.
Audrey, it's closer to a fan's motor to you.
Okay. Cool.
And the occasional dragging, scraping thunk. Thunk. You all continue down the stairs.
Ominous. Okay.
This is super
It's-
normal.
It's that robot that like
Well-
scrapes up its own oil.
It's so tired.
so sad.
I look so tired.
Truly tragic.
I look so tired. I will say, I think Matthias and I still each have one injury since
Yeah.
last episode. So
That is correct.
Snitch.
MJ, did we have homework tonight? Did we have homework last
John.
night?
I was only making sure for
You guys never turned in your math problems. Pass them forward.
because I was gonna suggest we go and get healing. You fucks.
I think we need to look at the
Aaron, what
minutes
is-
and definitely look for something.
I'm just being mean. I'm just being silly.
I know you are. I'm matching the energy. I'm trying.
As you descend the staircases, more systems come online. Backup generators, lights low but starting to buzz and flicker to life. Occasionally a shower of sparks from something more damaged by whatever that chip did. You reach the ground floor. There is still some ways to get to the front door. You had to navigate around the side of the building across a few halls before you could get to the staircase that would lead you right to Trenten. As you turn a corner, you all see Arthur before you, drenched in sweat and caked in blood, a metal frame attached to his body, 2 bolts in each foot, each shin, each thigh, a ring of bolts attaching it to his waist, 1 for each vertebrae, shoulders, biceps, forearms. Blood drips down a series of wires and tubes which snake into a hole our darling cowgirl made to free this man.
I'm sorry. I can't control it. This exoskeleton starts to whir and force him to move closer to you. I'm sorry. I can't stop it. I can't control it. I'm sorry. You need to run away from me. His bionic legs begin to whir, forcing his feet forward as he's trying to resist, and he begins to run towards you.
I don't.
We gotta run from this thing.
Yeah. I don't think we
I'm
have
grabbing
enough
hands and I'm
weapons
pulling.
to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just.
You turn tail and run?
Yeah, I
dude.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you all pick 1 skill to roll to get away.
Can I use strength?
Nolan.
Strength?
Powerful thighs.
He burst through a wall.
Sure.
Let's go.
I'm rolling
allow
hot
strength.
pursuit.
I'm
Can I
sorry.
use-
I didn't want it to be like this. I'm sorry.
Joe!
Can I use
Right.
either
God damn it.
fuck the police, resisting arrest, or escaping?
Either of those are valid.
Okay,
Can I
I'm gonna
try
do fuck
to
the
flirt
police.
him out of attacking us?
You can't
Arthur,
flirt with the
Can I use
bionic
fuck the
exoskeleton, I'm
police?
afraid.
Fuck the police
Arthur,
evading law.
No.
That'll work. You can evade the law.
11 plus 18.
18.
14.
9.
Nar.
8.
I got
What's
a
the
7.
DC?
7.
I got an
8.
8.
Can I pick up my girl Margo?
With an 18, absolutely.
I'm just gonna scoop her up.
Rognar and Margo are in the lead, followed by Audrey, with Della and Matthias taking up the rear. I'm going to roll.
Oh god.
Of
We're
course,
gonna get shot again.
Should have got
Our
those
injured
med
people.
We
packs.
are. Yeah.
Fuck.
our injured
Well,
people
Just
are.
a man chasing you. Like he's
18.
just wearing this exoskeleton.
He's
20.
so fucking scary, though.
With a total of 20,
No.
Arthur is gaining on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll do
I
that.
took my note.
Yeah, a guy with robot legs will do that to you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this. I'm so sorry.
This
Poor
man.
guy.
You are 5 turns from escaping after this first roll. He's 2 turns from you.
Fuck.
We can do that. We can work with that. Come on, guys.
We can work with it.
Okay.
Okay.
We're trying again.
All right. If any of you would like to do anything between these
Yeah,
rolls to
I'm
run away, you're
thinking.
welcome to. If you think
Can
it is
I-
wiser to hide, potentially. But if you
No.
want to just keep running, roll away.
Five turns, I feel like we gotta move. That's a long
Yeah.
way from wherever we're
Yeah,
going.
if we fail at hiding, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
It's a 10
Can I
for
be
me.
allowed to do 2 different rolls?
What roll would you like to do?
I want to try a cool movie trope thing while running
too.
away.
I think just cool movie trope because you have to do it while running.
Okay.
I got an 18 again.
18.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh,
10 for Ella.
8.
Good girl.
8. What
8
cool
for
movie trope are you trying to do?
Just like, I was hoping to see if there was like one of those like, those like kind of garage doors that sometimes separate hallways and stuff, or like something like that.
Or those automatic
You
doors.
can try and put something up, but
Yeah, I
it
was thinking
will
revolving
put
door.
you one turn behind everyone else.
Don't do it.
While can Margo do it while she's in my arms?
If she gets out, she can.
Is my roll high enough for it to do something though?
To close the door,
Yeah.
with an 8, you can close the door.
I'm thinking about like
I'll do it.
all
It's
those
going to be one
exposed
of those,
wires
like,
and shit.
Mesh, like anchored,
Okay.
like kind of like the old
Yeah,
style
the mall doors.
elevators.
Yeah, I'll do it anyways.
All right. You
You're so brave.
shut the door, push it closed. It's heavy, but you hear it latch. You are one turn behind everyone else.
So I'm still at 5.
You're still at 5.
Mm.
Everyone else is at 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 again.
Ah!
He gets
No
to
fucking way.
the door as it seals, clawing at it.
Okay. And now I've run away.
Trying to tear through this metal, the exoskeleton not caring for the weakness of the flesh, his fingers flaying on the metal.
Ooh.
All of you hear it screeching. Audrey, you turn to run again.
Hit.
I do be running.
All right. So, everyone but Audrey is at 4. Audrey is at 5. Arthur is at 6. We roll again.
I want to
Okay.
see
I'm
if
debating.
14 again. To run away.
14.
Okay.
all these like exposed wires and whatnot, all this this I want to see if I can somehow like short circuit his bionics. Lay a trap for him Terminator style.
Any traps you lay, Audrey will have to get through. But you are
Yeah.
welcome to.
Thinking about that. Like, get your ass up here.
You could also go tackle him to the ground, see what happens.
I don't know if I want to do
That
that.
seems like a bad idea.
I don't know if
He's
I wanna
flaying
do
his
that.
fingers on a steel door.
Joe, what does
Yeah.
Arthur sound like during this?
Oh no.
Oh,
Hey, my
God.
parents are home.
Takes off headphones.
Please, please, do something. Please kill me. No.
Wow.
All right.
I feel
right, well-
nauseous. Joe,
Yeah.
come on.
Do I see?
Oh, you gotta chill out. I'm starting to freak out.
Are we still navigating like all these like hazards and stuff? There's still sparks and all this stuff like exposed.
Occasionally.
Electricity and whatnot.
There's some of those lights where it's like on strings and then the horizontal bar lights, the like halogens. But right now you're just in a hall.
Okay.
You can't
All
catch
right.
me now. It's playing right now.
Oh my God.
Fuck
I
me.
really don't know. I really don't know.
If you're worried about me, if
I
you
think I
really
might
want to
wait
do
for
it,
you.
I was about to say, if you really want to do it, just wait for me to catch up next round, and then you can do
Yeah.
it, and I can help you.
Ooh,
All right,
that's
so
okay.
Matthias, you're
team.
going to wait.
Yeah. I predator
Alright.
handshake.
What did everyone else roll?
I got a 17.
I
also got a 7.
got a 10.
All right. So, Rognar, Margo, and Della, you're at 3. Audrey and Matthias, you're at 4. I rolled exactly a 14.
Fuck.
He rips this metal apart, shredding his hands, cuts, lacerations across his body, losing blood, but the machine does not care. He is at 5. Yes.
Are we getting a note for every time we roll under that DC?
I
Or
was
under
not
what
giving
he
notes
rolls?
for this.
No? Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to make sure.
No. Very much
Okay.
appreciated.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that you're failing. You're also progressing to the next thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If anyone is notably lower, that puts them behind, but that is not necessarily a failure.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Free
your
turn.
other castmates have been staying behind, so they're already at the back of the pack.
You're a freak.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I quickly relay my plan. I'm like, at
Okay.
best case scenario,
Yeah.
it shuts down his electronics. Worst case scenario, at least killing
It does
him
nothing,
is hopefully
yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Whether or not it stops the machine,
Yeah.
it helps him.
Yeah. Aaron, can we pool our rolls together for this?
You may.
Papa.
Cool movie
I'm
trope,
troping.
save me. Cool movie trope,
Yeah.
save me. I believe. Okay.
Nolan, no, that's not a good face. That's not a good face,
Hold
Nolan.
on, hold on.
No, Nolan, no.
I'm trying to do math. Everyone shut up. 13.
I got a 7, so together that's 20.
A total of 20?
Yeah.
There is the electronic, there's the wiring overhead. You see there's a, fire alarm nearby. You act in unison, one of you breaking the electronics, the other pulling the fire alarm. This light falling, crashing into the ground, electricity sparking in this water. You two, with this time, can move up from 5 to 4.
Hell yeah.
I whistle at him like a dog, trying to get him in the puddle. I'm like,
He's already running full tilt. Screaming.
sweet. That's horrifying.
Hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
I'm actually.
Joe, what
You
it was,
whistling was what
Joe, what
got
do
me.
his scream sound like?
I don't know if Aaron still needs to roll for me to catch up or not, or for me to get into the water.
I've rolled.
And
I want to hear everyone else's rolls first.
Oh, we're
okay.
doing another roll.
Okay.
Okay. That's a good roll.
You just let me know when I see that puddle, baby.
Are we rolling or are we? Yeah, we moved up. Okay.
You two
We
rolled
got.
to set the trap, so you're good.
Oh, yeah, and we're at 4 now.
Yes, you're at 4.
Yeah.
13 plus 6. That's
Good
19.
luck,
Keep
baby.
rolling 10.
10's enough to do it.
I got an
You're still
8.
in the back, but you're going.
I got you, Margo.
Margo, what was that?
It was an 8.
Got it. And Rognar?
I got a 19. Can I scoop
You're
her
still
along?
helping her
Yeah,
out.
I got her along. We're good. You're good, baby. You're good.
You're good,
I
baby
rolled
girl.
Love her.
exactly an 18. He rushes through, stepping into this electrified water, going through his exoskeleton, causing it to malfunction. It's reaching out for you, and suddenly the servo on the right arm reverses 180 degrees. His arm snapping backwards. Still running towards you, though.
So
I had
he's
a
stumbling,
spring lock failure.
washing water,
clawing at this point.
This is a horror show. This is a horror
Yeah.
show.
This is just like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nobody told me this was a horror campaign.
He's taken 1 damage.
I
God
can't.
damn.
I can't with this.
Okay.
Wait,
You're a
is he-
freak.
I wonder if he's more vulnerable now that he's wet.
What?
But at least one.
I mean, you only
I think
need
we gotta
3
book it
damage
now.
to die.
we
Yeah,
just
I
gotta,
think
we
I
just gotta
agree.
move. We gotta move.
Yeah,
We did some damage. We can keep doing damage later.
I think slowing him down. I think you're right. I think slowing him down is the better move versus trying to actually kill him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll. What all are you
Okay.
doing?
This is such a strange sensation for Aaron to roll for my character, and then I just have to do the appropriate scream. This is fun.
You can roll if you'd like. You just have to tell me if you have 6d6 on hand.
That's
13.
That's another
12.
19.
No, I think it's fun. It's a fun improv exercise for me because then you say, "Okay, Joe, scream," and then I have to scream in an appropriate way.
Nice dream.
I was half expecting Matthias to have like some like convoluted like callback or whatever, like as they did like the fire alarm. Jacob's like, "This is how I wrangled the Zidonian cattle." Blah blah blah. Or whatever.
That's what Matthias would have done 5 sessions ago.
That's true. That's true. He's a different man. He's a different
Character growth.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now,
so,
we're just kissing ladies.
What does
Kissing
everyone
ladies
roll?
and setting fire to the...
That's really like Aaron's been a freak this session. Nolan, for some reason, you like kissing and like call it that freaks me out more. Calling for Arthur, like that
Yeah.
really got me.
I rolled a 13.
Awesome.
I rolled
also rolled a 13.
I rolled 6.
A
Damn,
6.
Della.
No. Oh my god.
All right.
I'm hurt, guys.
I got a 19. Can I grab her by the scruff? Like
You-
a dog?
One
Yeah,
arm,
you-
2 arm.
drag her along. What did I say you guys were at last?
We were at 3.
Me and
and
Are
We
you
were
be
at
at
4.
and we were
All right. So in that case, 3 of you, Della, Margo, Rognar, are at 2. Audrey and Matthias, you are at 3. 6, 12, 18, plus 3 is 21. Which one of you two is taking damage?
what is his skill?
Let it be me. 'Cause
Definitely me.
Matthias has already got an injury.
We're
level.
doing the Black Widow Hawkeye thing where we're throwing each other away.
If you don't want to
Yeah.
choose,
Stop!
I can
Stop!
roll.
No, it'll be me.
Now roll for it.
I have
Fuck.
They are
This
doing
is
the
a
Hawkeye
little-
Black Widow thing, where they're throwing each other away from the cliff.
Guys.
Uh-huh.
Even
Th-
will be Matthias. Odd will be Audrey.
Oh.
You two rush forwards, trying to make up the lost time. This half-dead man lurching
Jesus Christ.
after you, grabbing you, Audrey, tackling you to the floor, smashing your head into the linoleum. You take 1 damage.
Ouch.
Can I, instead of Rognar having stabbed me, can I fall back? Because I have a knife and I might be helpful here. I'm the only one here with a weapon.
If you would like to stay back, you're more than welcome to.
Great.
Throw me the knife!
I also have a knife.
And it goes through his hand, and then he goes,
Ooh, Margo also has a knife.
I
Yeah,
love
that's my last damage. I keel over.
I love Della. I
We-
love Della being a slippery little thing.
Can't catch me.
I
he
drew
does a cool Wild
my
West
hand down here.
slide that the cowboys do to like slide under a horse to get
Yeah.
through
like
the
when you
thing
Akira
right
slide a
before the.
When you Akira slide the horse.
No,
Yeah.
no, not the horse. The gate is what I meant to say. When you slide under the gate right before the bull gets you in the rodeo or whatever. I don't know. I've never seen one, but
I don't know.
It's
That's
one
awesome.
of those vertical like garage
There's a
door
horse
gates
there?
too, and the bull just hits it.
the garage door that's closing.
No, not how a
It's only
rodeo
Indiana
works.
Jones.
No,
I
no,
don't
that's
know.
exactly it.
There's a
There's-
horse there.
There's the comparison. There's the comparison. Yep. Great.
So Rognar goes to take your arm. You spin out, rush back towards Audrey and Matthias.
Yep. And
Scary.
I use assault and try to stab him.
Assault is so funny.
You can use
Still
assault to
I
try
have.
and stab him.
Okay.
That will be your
I know.
action for this next turn, though, because you did
I
have to
know.
roll him back.
I know.
Guys, this is scary. You do this for fun?
I feel
Hey,
sick.
so we're not the one doing the Hey, so like we didn't get in this situation on
You're
purpose.
complicit.
we wanted to. We still wanted to be in that condo where we were hanging out.
We kind of just wanted to roleplay domestic.
Guys, I don't
Guys,
think I'm having a lot
I'm
of
really
fun
not
with
having a
the-
good time.
I think I'm having fun in the subway.
Guys, I don't think I'm having fun in Lok Studios right now.
You kill Margo, and it's like, guys,
Listen, the
I
part
think
that,
I'm
like
really
murder.
starting to-
the part on the thing that's outlined in my color, it's all the things that it's all that nice domesticity shit that you guys love. Don't worry, I'm
Okay.
being so quiet and complicit, and I'm just screaming when everyone tells me to.
Actually,
Wow.
you are the voice of the man who has been turned into a bionic nightmare.
And listen, that man is a creation of Aaron. He is. And all I do is voice him. I did not create
And yet your voice is suffering.
All right, gang. We're
Better
never
than
gonna
kill
him
this
not
man.
being
go stuff
heard.
now.
He's so sad, Joe.
Matthias attacks Aaron.
Go right through the
screen.
screen, killed me in one shot.
Oh my god.
It's like the Foxy jump scare. Just.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me.
All right.
This is
So-
just like Five Nights at Freddy. I've been saying.
Now that Arthur has someone, he's going to be single-minded in his goal. In
Yep.
his goal. I'm going to ask everyone to make their rolls and tell me what they're rolling.
Well, I mean, me
I'm
and Della are
rolling
definitely
assault.
going For, yeah. I gotta
I
help.
rolled 2 for
I gotta
escape.
help this
I-
girl get out.
Fucking damn it! I'm rolling so bad. I rolled a 6.
The polycules helping each other.
Mhm.
We're gonna die.
Can I roll 2
dying
to
together.
escape? Two for
You can roll
escaping?
to escape.
Or 3 for fuck the
rolling.
police resisting arrest?
Both would be appropriate.
Okay, then 3 for fuck the police.
Let's go.
I'm rolling trope for kill this robot.
Oh, okay. That's actually not that great. That's an 8.
ooh. I'm gonna
Sorry.
No.
What'd you get,
I'm gonna
Nolan?
use a note and blow up. So
All right.
I
You
rolled
do know that
12
doesn't let
on
you roll
2.
more this one, correct?
Yeah.
You
But
did graduate. Okay.
so I have
What
a
did-
12 on murdering this robot.
All right.
Moto this robot.
So we've got a 12 for Matthias. What did Audrey get?
I got an 8 for
An
fuck
8?
the police resisting
Can I-
arrest.
Can I make my skill kill?
You can make your skill kill.
Kill. Murder.
Let's go.
Della, what was your result?
I like to roll for kill.
6.
6. All right. Margo and Rognar, what were you two doing?
Well, now those are some bad rolls, guys. Okay, I gotta. Okay.
Keep running. Keep
Okay.
running.
No,
Keep running, get out.
absolutely fucking
Keep running.
not.
You got your girl. You got your
I-
girl. You gotta keep running.
Polycules back
They're
there,
hand in
they're fine.
hand.
No, I can't.
Two couples can split up.
Actually, Margo's got a
I'm not
knife.
splitting up again.
Margo's got a knife, actually.
I'm not.
Margo's
splitting
got a
up.
knife.
Maybe come back.
Margo does have a knife.
We
so
got the danger couple here. We gotta do something, Margo. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to use my strength to just pry this fucking thing off of her.
So, you were at 2, I believe.
No, we're back to 3.
They were at 4.
No, we are 3.
You were at 3?
Wrong.
Yup.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
In that case, you can
Wrong.
get to them this time.
Ah! Okay.
You can't.
Joe, were you amazed by your camera there? This has been happening the whole time.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Your phone's crazy.
Get us some fireworks.
You can get there.
Is there anything? Could I? No, Rognar wouldn't.
What's your idea?
No, Rognar wouldn't. My idea was I throw Margo and she stabs the shit out of this thing. But I don't know if
But
Ragnar
no,
would do that.
I thought Aaron
You
just
both
said that you
special.
could get there.
You get there, but that's
I
all
can't
you do.
anything though.
Oh. Hey, what that bug doing?
What's
I
what
would
that bug doing?
Can I?
What'd that
Would
stink bug
Margo
doing?
be appreciative of that, or would she feel betrayed? Do you think?
I don't think she would mind. I mean, you guys are all family now. I think she would just want to try and help any way she
Yeah.
can.
Toss me.
I'm gonna try to.
Margo's a badass.
I'm gonna try to torpedo my wife, and see if she can stab the shit out of this thing.
You'll
Yes.
have to toss me.
It's like figure skating, but murder.
Yeah.
It's the Incredibles.
Or ballet.
Incredibly
Oh,
elegant.
It is like incredibly elegant.
all right.
So
and
in
then
that case,
Throw me, Bob!
roll for strength.
what was your roll before?
I didn't roll anything yet.
Oh, roll for strength then.
Yeah.
Arthur's on top of Audrey and he's going, I'm sorry, Audrey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
I actually have Arthur's roll, which we will resolve once we get these two done.
That's a 15.
Can I roll for movie?
What
tropes
does
to do
that
this?
mean, Aaron?
What? Yes.
Can I roll for movie trope to do this?
Oh.
Sorry.
Margo first.
Yeah.
You can
Can I
roll for
roll?
movie trope.
That's what I'm rolling.
I rolled a 15.
Did I fail at stabbing him?
With a 6?
You're
I
you're gonna be
assume so.
taking a note.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was really snarky. I'm sorry.
Margo,
That was really
what
snarky.
Do I
have a
also?
17.
No,
A
Seven?
17 or a 7?
Yes.
A 17?
I need to confirm.
Yes.
Do I get a note for failing to escape?
You do get a note. I wasn't going to describe it yet. Okay. So,
Teacher,
Take your note.
do I gotta know for failing?
Teacher, please.
Teacher, I got a note.
I know we're on question 7, but I have the answer for question 12.
Oh my God.
If me and Della are both attacking this thing, can we pool it? 'Cause I got a 12.
The issue is you already hit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's not like together you'll be hitting. You can work together
Oh,
and
they're
give
gonna
her the
be-
hit if you'd like.
They're gonna be hitting together, all right.
I have the knife, but
I mean, I think that's fair. You can have it. I mean, structurally,
up
I
to
think
you,
the damage
though.
is going to go the same. Yeah, take it.
well, that's true.
All right.
I stab
So,
him with a knife then.
I'm just standing there like, yeah, get in.
with a total of 18, Arthur
Can they get
stands.
2?
Pardon?
If they're both hitting and they both rolled high enough to hit, does he not get 2 hits? Or are you about to?
I didn't.
We rolled
I rolled.
collectively. She didn't
I
roll high
failed.
enough to hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay. Yes.
Margo will hit, and then a combined Della and Matthias will be 1 hit.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, Arthur stands, gripping you by the collar of your shirt, flings you against the wall. You hit back first. Breath immediately knocked out of you. As this happens, Matthias, you grab him by the shoulders, trying to restrain. Della, you sink your knife back into his heart. Some of these wires and tubes severed, blood gushing over your face. In that moment, Rognar helping propel Margo forward. As Margo rushes up, where do you stab him?
Oh God. I think towards the head. Maybe the neck.
All right. So you've seen this done a million times. Who's to say if you have or have not done it yourself? You cut Arthur's throat, arterial spray gushing out over you. A bit of relief in his eyes at this.
Does he take it like a good boy?
You're off the show.
You're fucking fired, Nolan. We simply can't
Don't-
go on with this.
Don't tease me on camera.
You're
Okay.
simply too naughty, little boy. You're simply too naughty.
This is awful.
Anyway, blood spray.
Anyway, this guy's dying.
This man's
Anyway,
death
so his
row.
next
Blood.
cut.
Anyway. Jesus Christ.
Arthur's dead. There's still a machine on him, though.
Let's
No.
see, robot.
As
Yeah.
he's dying, he looks at Margo, who just finished him off. Thank you. And goes limp within the exoskeleton.
You are all 3 away from the door.
Gosh darn.
And this
So
thing
is
is still
this-
pursuing us.
Puppeted corpse.
Jesus Christ, this is a fucking
We gotta
horror
keep-
show.
We gotta keep going.
Let me
Can't keep
out.
going. Oh, we can't.
Yeah, I guess we just run. Fuck.
Give me your rolls,
Yeah.
gang.
Me when I try to escape.
Because
Yeah.
Arthur is dead, I'm taking 2 dice out of the pool.
Fuck.
W.
Oh my
W.
god.
Oh,
I
how
got a
generous
6.
of you.
I got 6
Oh shit.
for escaping or fucked up police.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Where's my other fucking dice? There we go.
That's a solid 6.
It's a
Who of you
12
got
for me.
6s?
Yeah, I got a 6.
12 for Della. Rognar?
16 plus 4, which is 20 bitches.
20.
20.
Matthias?
15.
15.
Anyone fall behind? Anyone I need to pick up by the scruff?
Am I
You
still
guys-
under the robot?
No, you were thrown against the wall.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys begin to turn and run. As you do so, I believe Margo is closest.
Oh, can I grab her with my 20?
No, you're grabbing her, you're helping her.
Oh.
I did roll a fair bit higher than she did, though.
Okay.
This machine... Let me ask, were any knives left in this man?
No, I
I
definitely
don't think
pulled
my
mine
knife
out.
left my hand.
This machine grabs you, Margo, right on the shoulder, crushing with inhuman strength, taking 1 damage from that as Rognar pulls you free.
Yeah, no fucking way. No fucking way. Not my wife, bitch!
Not my wife, bitch.
Not my wife, bitch.
You are all at 2,
Think so?
so is he.
Fucking
Great.
God.
Oh god.
The stupid fucking robot.
You're out when you hit 0.
No. Oh
Okay.
god. Oh god. Oh god.
Alright, let's go.
Around to
Let's
this
go.
shit.
We gotta live. We gotta
I'm
live.
wondering, guys, should I just fucking wail on this thing? Just to try it. I
Don't
don't
think
know.
that. I mean,
I don't think it's worth it.
What's everyone's injury level at though? We have 3,
I
right?
think-
We can do 3.
Did I get it?
Are we
did I
at
get
1
it?
or
Sorry.
first?
Margo's at 1, Matthias is at 1, Audrey, I believe you're at 2.
Because of the wall.
Because the wall.
I'm
The wall was
also
the
at
second.
Yeah.
Did I
Yeah,
take
so
it?
and
No,
I'm
you're
at-
left
last-
over 1. You didn't get hurt this session.
Last
Oh,
session.
like one
You were
level of
at
damage,
2,
not
yeah,
okay.
you
I thought
were
you meant
at
like 2.
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Here's
Are we at 1 or 2?
well,
Yeah.
'cause
That's
here's my
what I didn't remember.
if
1.
if Audrey rolls poorly one more time, that's it.
Correct.
And she's got 2 levels of injury. Everybody else has 1. I have 0. I don't have any levels of injury. So I could at
What's
least
the-
I don't know.
Fair.
I feel like
What's
that's
the DC to tear a steel beam in half?
I have 5 strength, or I have 5
No,
dice
I
on strength.
believe in
Man
you.
might be able to do it.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I
To
will
tear
tell you
his
this.
limb from limb.
The robot already took 1 damage.
That's true.
But it was
Yeah.
from the electric thing though. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
wondering. I'm like,
Is
Might as well.
board you
Do it.
or something? I
Yeah.
just like
Slam it into the circuit
After
board.
his-
Something like that.
pulling on his wiring. There's got to
Ooh,
be
yeah.
something you can do.
Wiring's a good one.
I'll pull on the exposed wires.
All right.
I'm just gonna like boost Margo forward and try to go for this thing.
Yeah, you shove her forward, turning to face the robot.
Okay, that's 15.
All right. what's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna.
Running, I guess.
Yeah.
I can roll my 3d6 and kill.
If you want to beat this fucking machine up, be my guest.
I'm gonna yell to Matthias, get the girls out of here.
All right, then I trust you. I trust you, and I grab Hans, and I'm pulling.
Yeah.
Specifically, probably I'm trying to get Margo away as well. Margo and Audrey, I would say. Not that I don't like Della, but she's probably going to go back. She's probably going to try and go back for Rognar, and Audrey's about to die. So.
The polycule's gonna have a conversation about that later.
You prioritize Margo over me?
I trust Della to understand. She's been in high stress scenarios before.
Oh, yeah.
This is what happens when you have a polycule that spans the Seattle metropolitan area.
Stop! The Oregon one. Have you guys?
The roommates in Portland?
Yes. We'll have a conversation after. But yeah, it's funny.
No, if Rognar went back to kill the robot and Margo got hurt because Matthias didn't do it right, I think Matthias would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well,
Almost
I don't know.
certainly.
Questionable. It would be a conversation would be had. Something would happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rognar, do
Anyways.
you want help?
No.
No? Okay. Then I guess I'm running. I yelled that back to Rognar.
All right. So if you're running, raise your hand. You all progress one more. I think you're at 1 now.
I didn't roll.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Robot's held up. You can roll if you'd like.
Sexual dice.
No, I don't need to.
I don't gotta roll.
I don't need
So,
to if you tell me not
Rognar, I would like you to confirm for me.
Yep.
You rolled a 15.
Yep. Not my best.
I rolled a 15. I will give you the choice. Do you both take damage, or do neither of you take damage?
I'm gonna say neither because I think he's more concerned with holding it off until they get out of here.
You don't move ahead. You're still at 3? Is 3 the count?
Yeah.
2.
2? You're still at 2?
Oh, yeah.
You're still, that's right. You're still at 2. The other 2 progressed
We're
to
at
1.
1.
Got it. The robot is held off for now. What is everyone doing this time?
I guess.
We're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I want to keep an eye on the situation. I don't want to just completely leave him behind.
18.
I mean, I'll leave the door open.
Margo is not leaving without Rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I try to do cool movie trope?
What do you want to do?
Is Homeboy still sparking around and junk?
You're a bit away from that now.
But no, I'm asking. I'm asking if he is.
Robot.
Oh, the robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the robot's definitely not doing great.
Okay, so if I hypothetically, like, if there was more water, would make situation worse.
Hypothetically.
Okay.
No.
Are there any molten pools of steel?
I'm just lying around.
Is there one of those like water coolers
Is there
with
a
a
forge?
big tank? Right
Oh.
nearby?
There's absolutely a big water cooler.
That's awesome.
Yes! Please.
In a movie production studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
It is still
that's
an
not
office.
great, though. It's a 7.
There's also a shitty pot of drip coffee some poor PA made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's lemon
100%.
water.
Would you
It's,
like your lemon
so
water
old.
sparkling or still?
Or still.
I'm trying to think of what I can do because I don't think I just keep running.
All right.
Guys,
Yeah,
I'm
I know. I feel
totally-
like we're
guys, I'm totally
waiting
fine.
here.
I'm totally fine. It's all good.
Did I knock over the water?
You 100% knock the water cooler over. I believe you were at 1.
Yeah.
So now there's a road hazard at 1.
That's fine.
He slips and falls Looney Tune style.
I can jump.
The robot's dead.
Yeah. Dong!
I mean, if we're doing D&D
Good fly
rules, we
around.
could do difficult terrain where it just takes double the time.
Rognar Flintstones like
Yeah.
He tries to run, but his legs just go like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
All right. What is everyone else doing?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my bro.
Waiting for this.
I think
Yeah, I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna keep sabotaging.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to get away.
You guys are just
I can't
chilling
really
at
do
1.
anything.
I'm gonna try and convince. I'm like,
Let's
Audrey,
say
you
we're
need to get to safety specifically. You are the most hurt of all of us.
Bleeding out.
What are you
She's
talking
like,
about?
Did you see that water cooler?
Heavily concussed.
Babe, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Knocks over a water cooler.
Yeah, the knocking over the water cooler is in anger at what Matthias said,
Yeah.
not in any
Yeah.
sort of strategy.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm not
Audrey,
leaving.
That could
Gotta
work.
go.
Actually,
Gotta go. We'll get Rognar to safety, but
Yeah.
you're hurt. You made us stop when we were hurt. We're making you go.
Do you leave?
Sure, I'll leave.
You push the water cooler over, and you get out of the building.
Can I stand with the door open?
You absolutely hold the door open. The rain
Just being polite.
much worse than it was at the start. Heavily,
Oh fuck!
pouring down, but not stinging as much as it did before.
What if we get him outside?
Well, I guess we'll see what happens with Ragnar this round.
Get him outside. I guess we'll see what happens with Rognar.
All right,
I guess we're.
Margo,
I guess we'll see what
Ella,
happens.
and Matthias, you're waiting at 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ragnar, what are you doing?
I got an 18. I'm trying to tear this fucking thing's wires out of its sockets or whatever. I think he's doing
I
it
rolled
like
a
just
15.
so.
You managed to get your hands in between the metal bracing and the meat arm and pull. Meat's giving out far sooner than metal. As you rip it out of Arthur's arm, bend it backwards on itself. It only needs 1 more damage to be defeated.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking hit this thing again. That's a good roll. That's a good roll. That's a good roll. I rolled a 12 on my first 3. I have 2 more dice to roll.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
That's 7. So that's 12 plus 7, so that's 19.
Rognar.
Ragnar, how do you destroy this?
He.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. He like pries it from its center and just rips it completely in half, just screaming and like roaring the entire time until it's just bits and fucking pieces, just throwing it against the walls of this studio
Wires
hallway.
and cables arcing with
That's hot.
electricity, sparking, metal being torn apart. You effectively pull this exoskeleton piece by piece out of the man that was Arthur Denon, scattering the pieces around the room. You did not kill Arthur, but his blood still coats your arms. With that, you may leave the building.
And right here, we'll cut to a bathroom break.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah,
That
wait,
was
I
begging.
have one,
Thank you.
more line. I have one
Go
more
ahead,
line.
go ahead. Ragnar, everybody stay still.
I turn around to the group, covered in blood and sweat, heaving. I thought I told you all to run.
We're not leaving without you.
Not without you, love.
Big bloody hug. Just
Aw.
so tired of everything.
So, you guys run out of the building.
I mean, when I run out
Run.
of the building.
You make it out of New Jersey. Neo Jersey. My pardon. Ducking, hiding, making it out of the city. You duck into the woods as the city breaks. You run into trees, and you run. I mean, you put a safer and safer distance between you and the city. You find, you start going up into the mountains, up through abandoned, like not even roads, just plowing through trees and brush to get up further onto these mountains and cliff sides and ridges. And as you hours pass and you finally find a slower, more comfortable pace as you feel like you have a distance enough to where no one is pursuing you. What scenes need to happen here as you are all traveling away from the city as a whole? We have some injuries that might need to be healed. We can certainly just, I mean, you'll be traveling for long enough, those can just go away. We don't need to roll for those. You can spend as much time as you need to in one area or another to heal up these injuries. But thinking roleplay, baby. What scenes need to happen as you guys are traveling, as you're resting, in the even days, like anywhere from the minutes, hours, to the days after you leave Lok Studios' building and you're journeying through the woods further into the wilderness? What scenes need to happen here?
I think Matthias, at least, finally with a little bit of downtime, is thinking about his family, that he hasn't really been able to grieve very much at all. So I think just, with or without, whenever, like, he gets the opportunity, he's probably just going to go and, like, makeshift a little grave site for them. Like, in absence of their bodies and whatnot, I think he's going to just go out there and kind of hobble together one of those little crosses and everything, and for his family, kind of sit with the thought of them for a while.
You make these crosses. I will note you do still have a sheet of stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting stickers on their crosses instead of names. I'm not like carving in. I just a couple stickers for each of them that I know what they mean.
Will you give me whatever you'd like to, an equivalent of like an insight check?
Certainly. So I have find hidden. I have diplomacy.
Probably
Or I
diplomacy.
can just do anything. Yeah. Okay.
Or do anything. It isn't. No DC to hit here.
$18.
For the first time in many days, like you said, you have this opportunity to slow down. And as people are, maybe that first night, as everybody's trying to, Rognar's getting a fire put together, something Rognar knows how to do, right? The women are sitting around, maybe gathering some things or trying to find a place to rest.
We killed a
Matthias-
squirrel to eat.
Matthias slips away from the group here and just goes barely out of sight. You realize that one of Arthur's bolts had fallen out from your pocket. You kind of hammer it into to nail two pieces of bark together, placing those stickers on there, digging it, placing it into the ground. And you think about your mother, your father, and your sister, who you knew your father for many years. That photo sat on your helm. It sat in your pocket for many, many years. You didn't even know you had a mother or a sister. And you think about these people that made you give up your life so that their younger child could prosper. In a way, I think you see their logic there too of they gave you the opportunity to be a hero like that, right? And it did give Matthias a great life until it wasn't. Where does he sit on the fence? It's between blame and understanding.
I think that there's too much emotion involved with like something, it being new, like meeting his family and having something meaningful to him. I think there's a lot of blame really that even crossed his mind. I think there's just it's just a little too selfish. I think he wants to be selfless for especially the memory of his sister and whatnot. Just I think he understands that sometimes the best way to help people is a sacrifice.
The other four of you, give me whatever you'd like to see if you notice that Matthias has slipped away. DC 5.
Easy. 12. I know when my boy's missing.
Oh, wait!
I
blew up! Oh, I blew up.
I also blew up. I blew up on listening. So what do I get?
More
I would
listening.
like to suggest Found
Everything's
Family.
blown on Matthias.
Oh. Yeah, found family is a good skill to blow up on.
Can I poke around?
You can.
I think
Audrey
I'm
goes,
just-
why? We're one short.
We're one. I do believe we're missing.
It seems the perp slipped away.
I do
got
believe
17.
we're missing one of our fellows.
So everybody
wait.
passed.
Yeah.
Everybody passed my very low DC. Besides, I don't think you were trying to be stealthy when you slipped.
No.
You guys are all sitting around this fire that Rognar has just lit, and you all kind of share a knowing glance. You realize that Matthias has slipped away. And you can do what you'd like to with that. You don't have to follow up on that, but you do notice that he's slipped away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after my boy.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Sure. Or I was thinking that, or I stay and make sure that there's a space by the fire.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm gonna cautiously approach. Are you standing or kneeling or what's your?
I think there's like a fallen tree, a log of some sort nearby. I'm just kind of sitting with him.
I'm just gonna sit next to it. The log kind of pushes down a little bit.
Ben buckles a little bit.
Buckles a little bit under the weight of this lumbering man. He kind of like tries to make himself a little smaller. I like to think that Rognar, being like from like the caveman era, carries like a little pouch or some kind of like satchel with him or whatever that has like different herbs and stuff in it, just like to have handy for, medicinal or for food or whatever. And he pulls out like a sprig of rosemary and he places it in front of the crosses for remembrance. It's an herb for remembrance.
Thank you.
I come and I sit on the other side of Matthias. I'm sorry that you lost them. That you never got to know them. I don't
We've all
know.
lost a lot, It's just
It
nice
doesn't mean
to see it now, to be able to deal with it with all of you here.
Yeah. I don't know how much comfort I can be. I'm no good at this, but we're all here for you.
He just takes her hand.
I lean over and I kiss him on the cheek. Not too bad, space boy.
Rognar suddenly feels like a third wheel and removes himself. A gentle pat on Matthias' shoulder. And lets the scene commence further if they wish.
Rognar and Margo stand up and
Oh, let's get out of here, babe. With
If I go,
this,
get a log. Get a log.
Margo, did you
No, I mean-
walk over as
No.
well? Okay, you're at the fire with Audrey. Okay. Ragnar, do you walk back at the fire?
No, yeah, I fully recognize this is. I've done my part. I gave my rosemary for remembrance. Had a tender moment with my bro. It's time for me to leave. So I'm
She
gonna.
kisses him on the cheek,
skew
and
down.
Ragnar goes, I'm out.
I don't know what that means.
Is anyone else going to
Seems like he's got it covered.
share a scene with Matthias here?
Yeah, I think, once Della and Matthias, if anything else happens here, let us know. But once you guys rejoin the campfire here, Margo or Audrey.
I just think that whenever
I think we just. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You're the one that's finishing the scene.
I was just gonna say. I think we just kind of sit there for a little bit. Not.
Yeah.
Forever.
I don't
just,
think
for a couple
Della
more
says
minutes, just,
anything more.
in silence.
Under the stars. Stars conversation.
Stars.
I'm not gonna force you guys.
Matthias, please. Your first night in Harleyville. You stepped outside with Rognar and you looked up at the stars. And he said, that's where heroes go to die, right? And I'll remind everyone that he said that was the plan.
Mhm.
You think back to this conversation as you look up, and now that you're outside of the smog of the city, you can finally see those stars again. Those stars that you thought you were protecting. But now you know that you've never even been there. Where does Matthias' mind go? Thinking back to that conversation with Rognar literally a week and a half ago,
Oh my god.
and where we're at now.
I think. I don't know. Probably in the presence of the whole group, but kind of just to himself. He looking up. He says, "They don't even look the same." Traveling around, there's always something different, and the constellations, the stars, they're all different.
In Harleyville, there was light pollution. On your set, the stars were fake. Out here in the woods, they're the clearest you've ever seen them. And as you look up, you notice off in one corner of the sky there is a meteor shower.
But they're still beautiful.
I always liked when I went out to the west that the stars were so much more visible. I grew up in the city. I didn't really see them there. I guess I never really saw them, but it is beautiful.
Now that they're with the main group at the campfire again, all 5 of you, Audrey or Margo, you guys saved a seat for Matthias around the fire. Do you say anything else as he comes back with Della?
I think I don't say anything, but I'll offer my hand. Because we already talked.
That's why I got 2 of them.
Yeah, and we'll sit there and watch.
I think Margo keeps it simple and is just like, Matthias, you are a very strong person. Don't forget that. I think you could do a lot with this new life. That's all she says.
I think the same is true of you.
Beautiful. What other scenes need to happen in the hours to days following leaving Neo, New Jersey?
Rognar he sees a frog, and we all start calling him Frognar. Canonically.
Yeah.
You
Rognar.
can't bring an inside joke.
These jokes are getting old. It's a bit of a slognar.
Yeah. Slognar. Oh my god. I think this is just kind of funny. I just am imagining us trying to figure out a modern map, like an actual,
My God.
Yeah.
and trying to figure out where
looks
the hell to
nothing like
go.
my star charts.
We're like,
You stole one from the liquor store.
yeah,
Absolutely did.
another liquor store, the same one.
No,
Really?
flashback. You stole one from the liquor store.
Liquor and more, Terrence.
Clearly, all this blue must be the land.
No, what? No,
I
it says
don't think
ocean.
It says ocean.
Can you read, or did you just have the computers read to you?
Yeah, the continent of Oceania.
Exactly. I read
No.
many languages and dialects.
What?
Well, not map.
I think if there's, I'm like getting nervous, like my hands are sweaty talking about this. I think Rognar's gonna find some like, I don't know, maybe like an acorn or something, or maybe like a piece of wood that he can like craft some vines and some flowers, and sort of in his own little private corner try to make some sort of ring for Margo, and find a time, a quiet night, maybe a couple days after this has happened and taken place, where he's in the middle of the woods. He feels safe, or safer, for the first time since all of this has gone down.
There's a moonlit, mossy clearing. It's slightly chilly. There's almost a bit of mist in the air. This might be the right spot, Rognar.
He finds some wine from somewhere. Maybe they've like stolen it or something. Managed to get it. And he leads Margo to this open clearing overlooking some like body of water, pond, lake, kind of whatever he can get his hands on. Fireflies sort of darting out from behind the bushes under the moon, and flower petals sort of surrounding this little clearing. And he leads Margo over. And he's I'm legitimately sweating right now. So nervous. So nervous. This big man has never seemed more small. And kind of like leads her down to sit. I don't think they have glasses or anything, so he just sort of hands Margo a little bit of this wine to drink. He goes, "It's the best I could get under these circumstances. I hope it's to your liking."
Perfect, Rognar. Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't wait until we can finally get somewhere and build something for ourselves. I want to give you all the nicest things.
Sorry. You got me nervous.
I know, I'm sweating! Margo, I want to give you everything, because you deserve everything.
I think Margo's gonna take your hands for a second and just be like, Rognar, I don't know what our future has in store for us. I don't think I ever did. But I know since I've met you, it's been so much better. No matter the circumstances, the situations we are in, you were right there. And I honestly, wherever we go from this, I can't see myself without you anymore. And I don't want to.
Takes her hands. I feel the same way. You've brought such light into my life. You are enchanting and kind and brave and strong. And I know so much has been taken from us, but I know so much of your life was decided for you, and I want to make sure you feel like you have a choice. And he takes out the ring and he goes, but I hope you choose me.
She's gonna put one hand on the side of your face. Of course I choose you, Rognar. I love you.
That's relief. Okay. And then he puts it on her finger.
She's gonna kiss him.
I'm gonna kiss her. Oh, just wrapped in each other, like, oh my gosh. Rolling
Did you
around.
tell-
Two hands on either side of face.
Oh,
Did you tell anyone, Rognar, before you did it?
absolutely not. No, I can't have anyone else seeing this. I think he would have been too afraid that it was gonna go wrong, that he didn't want anyone else to know. And you know, when you start dating someone and you don't want to let people know it's going well because you're worried you're gonna fuck it up. Maybe that's just me. But like
Right.
that feeling of like, unless it's certain, I don't want anyone knowing because I don't want anyone feeling bad for me if it goes wrong. I need to make sure that this is, and I think also he values the sanctity of like, it's just them. And this is something that's just shared between them, that like, this is their moment. This is their kinship.
Polycule. You guys notice on, I don't know, how far into the traveling is this? Is this like first night or two? Is this...
I'd say like probably like maybe 2 or 3 days after this happens. Because like at least previously it was like they didn't have longer than like a day or two before they got captured or anything. So I think he would want to make sure that they were like safe before Lok Studios could take something good away from him again. So yeah, I think like maybe 2 or 3 days after.
Our other three, you guys notice just some night as you guys are getting ready for bed that Margo and Rognar are missing, and not missing like be panicked, but they've slipped away somewhere together.
They've
So
been gone for like 45 minutes to an hour
I don't know. I mean,
doing
if there's
who
you
knows
guys
Like, good for you,
talk
man.
about that,
Good for them.
Talk about
Good for them.
stamina.
Good for them.
World's strongest man.
World's strongest man. He can go the distance.
is that what you three say to each other?
Guys, I'm
Yeah, this is
No.
this is the
Yeah.
conversation we're
Yeah.
having. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not you all being like, about time.
Yeah, about time.
They've
I think
the three of them have like touched hands very, and they're like, oh thank God they fucked.
Yeah.
Love her more
No,
like it.
because
Jesus.
it's like finally we had downtime for them to do something.
yeah, for real.
Good for them.
Sorry,
Damn.
Nolan, you were gonna say something and then I interrupted you.
Typical. I think kind of I don't know if it's preemptive, but I think as soon as I recognize like a ring or something, I go to Ragnar, I'm like, technically I am a captain. I can perform a ceremony.
He's gonna grip his shoulders. Brother, I would like no other.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then Audrey's the best man and Della's the midwife. And everyone's represented.
We have two witnesses.
Well, because you're not going to regret this. Let me cue you on the wedding scene in a minute. You're not going to regret this. Before that
Okay.
happens, any other scenes that need to happen before Aaron's next narrative beat?
Well, I know I'm literally shaking Hale. Hale, I don't know how explicit we want to go into this. What is Ragnar and Margot's first night together look like? Because Margo, I think we talked about this in the bathroom break.
Roll performance.
Do not fade to black.
We do not fade to
No,
black
listen.
here.
The next 45 minutes. The next 45 minutes are play-by-play.
We love
Real life 45
Literally.
minutes
But
gone.
also, we talked about
There's
this.
Shaft.
We talked about this briefly. We talked about this briefly one of the bathroom breaks where we disclosed like which of our players are or which of our characters are virgins and which are very much not. Rognar has never slept with anyone. He is a virgin. So, and Margo is decidedly not. Has been with at least Eric on one occasion or maybe more than one occasion. Has experience in this area.
One time.
So tell me how Margo teaches Rognar how to please her.
Hold on, let me get my notes.
I gotta write this down.
As much as you're comfortable, but I feel like it's appropriate that you lead this scene.
I don't even know. I think she takes it slow. She doesn't want to scare Ragnar off.
You could never scare him off.
She wants it to be intimate and slow. Just taking their time. Guiding his hands. That's as much as I'm going.
Yeah.
I can't.
I think
Roll performance.
I'm shy.
I love it. No, that's perfect. Yeah, and I think that's so appropriate for them too. It's just like truly just reveling in each other's presence and bodies and like that like sweet relief I think is so like cathartic that it has to be that like slow, sweet, intimate, like almost careful lovemaking. Okay.
On the ground.
All dirty, rolling around.
Roll performance. Whatever associated skill with sex.
What
roll
about-
performance.
I will
Strength?
end this show if you make a roll. It's exactly how you want to be. We're not rolling for this.
No. There's no DC.
Oh, we
but
could
they're
do
rolling.
movie trope. We could do movie trope. I also have strength. Could I?
There's no cameras
roll
here, goddammit.
A 5 and multilingual.
Yeah, you can roll strength, I don't
roll
care.
into the
Let
language
something
of
be
love.
sacred, Joe.
This is
No,
whatever
roll
they
for
roll,
sex.
it
No.
happens exactly as they just said.
Joe
18.
always makes us roll for sex.
I always-
18.
Okay. Awesome.
I guess I'll roll.
Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
He does a good job following instructions.
A million.
Very good job following instructions.
14.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're naturals.
It's awesome.
Oh,
It's great.
It rocks.
when you have
It-
sex with someone
it
for the
fucks
first time
even.
and it just feels right.
Ragnar is a huge man.
Yeah.
Hate to bring it up.
Even if
Hey.
he's clumsy,
That's
he
all,
might.
folks.
Hey, it fucks if you will.
That's-
So
Pleases
what
me
clips are you
greatly.
gonna get
But,
off this for TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh no! I don't know why I'm
Before-
cringing. My brand
Tender
is
lovemaking.
horny. My brand is horny fandom content. I don't know why I'm worried. This is-
Before we have Aaron do this next beat and have your wedding scene, any other roleplay scenes that need to happen? Della, do you need to talk to Audrey or Margo? Or Audrey, do you need to talk to like whatever? Does anything need to happen? Any other roleplay scenes? Or personal scenes. One person scenes.
I think genuinely we like I'm my answer is no because I feel like all of us are in a moment where it's like we're all just kind of holding our breath.
Yeah.
And is like trying to figure out we're focused. I think Audrey's so focused on getting us somewhere else that it's like not gonna chill out, not gonna try and spend more time for tenderness than is necessary so that we can get out of here.
No time to be horny.
Nolan
No,
very
No,
clearly
you
has
muted
something
the
he
camera
wants
that
to
whole
say.
time, Nolan.
Nolan very clearly has something he wants to say.
Audrey's not having sex in the woods.
Miss
I
Ma'am.
wasn't gonna say that.
Miss Ma'am needs a feathered down bed.
That's valid.
Pampered.
Miss Ma'am.
Matthias definitely had a waterbed.
Oh my god.
I was thinking hammock, but
There's like
Hey,
a rotten
hammock
canoe
is
near a
foul.
stream.
Hey, Joe, can you Foley the waterbed during
yeah. Anything else? Last call. And hit us.
All right then. Maybe a week or two into your travels. I don't know how far you all are going to go, but I know you're going to go until it's safe. You are climbing a hill, and you begin to go through less and less dense woods. Everybody roll me a d6 and tell me the result.
Guys, no! No!
Matthias and Della, almost simultaneously, you trip, stumbling on something poking out of the dirt at an angle. You look, it's wide stone, half buried, covered in moss and lichen. You continue walking at some point, exploring the area further, trying to get to safety. As you ascend this hill, the way grows clearer, and you begin to see a series of these stones standing in rows, cracked, broken, moss covered. And past the graveyard you find yourself standing in, there's a large building made out of hand-cut stones, heavy use of mortar, stretching high into the sky as vines crawl up the sides. You see light cast through it, shining a variety of colors onto the grass through stained glass windows, heavy wooden doors in the front, as you find a long abandoned chapel.
Let's go inside.
I walk away.
You explore the building. It's not the best you've seen, but it's far from the worst. Rooms enough to make this place a home. Does anyone ascend to the top of the bell tower?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I will.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
take my
There's a
wife's hand
hunchback
and I
up there.
lead her up.
We scoped this building out.
Oh, also, point.
Yeah.
I don't know if this does anything, but Hale did roll a 6. Did she blow up from that last
Yeah.
roll?
That was just to avoid tripping on headstones, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay, sick.
You can blow up at not tripping.
Just looking out for my wife.
You know what? I appreciate it. I was
took a
lost in the
rubbing of
scene.
one of
That's
the
on me.
Graves.
Great. I'll take
As
a note
you,
then.
whoever of you
excited.
gets here first, or if you all go together, stand at the top of this bell tower, seeing the heavy hempen rope hang down from it. You look all over the horizon, and in the distance, maybe 2 days walk, you see what looks to be a more populated area. A few scant farms, what looks to be a small store. Enough to get by. And no one but you knows this chapel's here. What do you do when you find this place?
Get married.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
look.
think the
I'm gonna
first
look.
thing we have to do is have a wedding.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Margo and go. It's perfect. Don't you think it's perfect?
I think anywhere is perfect with you.
Kiss the back of her hand.
Love.
That was Abby.
Love.
Marriage.
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 Get
You can hold the ceremony in this place. It's still connected to electricity. Yes, Joe?
Is he?
I said perfect.
Yeah, do any of these like stores have any, I think maybe any like vintage stores that Margo could get a wedding
I
dress?
think
like a
in
like a
the
real dress?
actual chapel, you could find something that would work.
Some clothes.
The curtains.
Call back.
Margo does know how to sew.
She does.
Oh, I make a wedding dress.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if I threw up
Do
and
you make
cried?
Rognar's suit too? Because Rognar decidedly does not know how to sew.
I would love to.
It's made out of like leather skins and.
Oh god! I honestly,
Take-
weirdly, I was thinking like corduroy. It's like such a.
He's wearing stirrups.
Makes it out of the old acolyte robes that are
Assless
hanging in
chaps.
a closet.
Yeah, like the old
Yeah.
vestments. The old vestments that are there. Yeah.
It takes some time and some doing, but you all can have appropriate outfits.
As you're like measuring, he's just like smiling down at you, like maybe like kissing the top of your head, and maybe you have to keep telling him to stand still.
Let me work.
You just. You
I'm
look
like,
so
take
cute down
in
there.
the waist a little more.
Somehow Matthias is in a corset.
With his slutty little waist.
Did this accentuate my V?
Dear God.
Oh.
Pull it at the
Matthias is smoted.
Both of his partners went, ew.
Stop talking like that.
Oh gosh, so funny.
Don't keep doing that.
She used to work at the academy.
We're not at the academy.
We are not the academy.
That one of the easiest men and the two hardest to get girls. Match made in heaven. So funny.
Matthias is smart enough to not ask any questions.
Yeah, no. He's fully like aware that he's not in control of this relationship.
He's
Yes,
just like,
darling.
Matthias goes, "Do you
Yes,
think
ma'am.
I'm pretty?" And they both leave him immediately.
they both go, why did you ask?
Not anymore.
I think you're very pretty, brother.
Somebody's got my back.
New throuple.
Oh,
Oh my
life's swap.
Matthias
After he
joins
called him
whichever
brother.
throuple compliments him more. Matthias joins whichever throuple.
Oh god. Whoever gets the most pats on the head.
I love it.
Amazing.
Like a stray dog.
Would we like to have any scenes here?
Webbing.
Wedding. Marriage.
Marriage
Marriage.
is a sacred institution in our culture. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think mainly just the
officiate.
wedding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're holding each other's hands.
You. Oh no, I specifically want to include. Is there anybody here who objects to this union?
I
And
look
I-
at Della. We're like,
Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. Rognar. Do you take Margo? It was Sundottir, right?
Yeah.
To be your semi-lawfully wedded wife?
Absolutely, I do.
And Margo, do you take Rognar to be your husband?
Of course I do.
In the name of the Federation and of our found family, I now pronounce you Rognar and Margo Sundottir.
Amazing. You gotta give me the
You
go
may
ahead.
kiss the bride.
Full dip, just like big ol' smooch.
I'm surprised Margo's not tipping Rognar.
Real.
Shoot, break
He's
her.
huge.
He's huge.
Ella
She's
cheers.
definitely leading the kiss.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dip and then-
One hand in hair, one hand on face.
You guys find like
Ooh.
the remnants of whatever alcohol you had stolen all that time ago.
Fireball.
There is some finely
Fireball.
aged communion wine here.
Oh, fuck.
Finely
Oh.
aged
Yeah.
blood of God.
And
here.
it tastes like dog
What we
shit.
thought.
We're all
Like
like,
what other scenes need to happen in the church? What else are you guys gonna do here?
Oh, I mean, dancing with
no,
Really
do you
wants
want
us to
us to
pray.
fuck in the
You
church?
want us to pray?
dancing.
I want you to do whatever you want your character to do.
I'm dancing with
I have
my
no preference.
beautiful wife.
I wanna, yeah, okay.
Joe wants us to
Dance
repent in this church.
We can play the. I can play the piano.
Oh. Yeah.
It's very out of tune, but I'll do it.
It's a massive fucking pipe organ.
But
Yeah.
Pulling all the knobs and stuff.
I feel
the
like
pedals. Yeah.
I feel
It's just like flying a starship.
like Rognar would just be so smitten and happy, just like holding her. I don't even think he would be saying anything. But would Margo say anything?
I am so glad that I met you.
Me too, my love.
You are the first real choice I have ever made, and I will not let go of that.
I'm glad to hear it.
The light from the stained glass window just cascading over the two of you. Silence, save birdsong.
I turn to my throuple and I say, I hope this church has thick walls.
Agreed.
Yeah. Love that. Yeah. Just bride will carry her to the closest room and
The closest room.
enjoy the door
Ah,
closes.
confessional
So-
booth.
This church has the sanctuary, the room where the church happens.
Yeah.
It has an acolyte storage room, which is currently full of like racks of old dusty clothing and communion wine and that kind of thing. And then it has what used to be a pastor's office and then a bathroom.
Pastor's office.
Gotta have it's gotta be one of those weird churches with like a kitchen in the basement. Come on.
Okay, there's a kitchen in the basement.
Holding her. Which would suit you best, darling?
Fire pit.
Anywhere with you, Rognar, just pick a room.
All right, the office it is, and we go in.
And there's just a desk in there, baby.
Right, hey, it's a
Hell
flat
yeah.
surface. It's horizontal. Let's go.
It's semi-horizontal.
The slightly larger acolyte room, the other three walk in and go, then we could find a bathroom or something somewhere.
There's pots.
They're already doing it.
There's
Yeah.
cots for when the acolyte boys would spend the night on Saturday night to wake up
Oh,
early
great.
enough to prepare communion. Yeah.
So are you railroading us into sex?
No.
It was we were trying to find it for them.
And
You were
they
looking-
just did. There's
You were-
this.
I joked.
Yeah.
Yo.
You guys looking for a bed for Margo and Rognar, and them already being ahead of you, and like
We
being
turn
like,
around and
we're good.
you guys are already gone. We're like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Door slam shut, 18 locks.
Like knocking on every door before we go in.
Like,
Yeah.
Also,
Maybe we should go to the basement.
or outside.
outside.
Ew. Outside is fun
So
too.
Screaming.
Let's go outside.
Just go and count birds until we hear him come outside.
It's 4 hours later.
The sun is set.
Would we like to
Guys.
have any other scenes?
No, I want to go find our permanent home, Aaron. I want to stay
wanna
here
find-
more.
I want to find our house.
I want to find a house,
I
Aaron.
love this. I'm cool with this church.
I thought
This
it was a good house.
economy.
We could remodel.
This feels great. We have a
Yeah,
bell.
this is our house, guys. I think this
Okay.
is our
Have
house.
electricity.
We do have
It's true.
electricity.
Yeah, I feel like after a sufficient night of lovemaking, Rognar is invigorated,
Sufficient.
and he wakes up. He's used to waking up as soon as the sun's up. He gets up nice and early, and he gets to work. He finds some rabbits in the woods, gets some breakfast for everybody. Maybe finds a couple eggs or whatever. Gets some breakfast going, and starts, tearing out some of the old shit, cleaning up like the windows and getting some of the demo done. And I think he waits for the girls to get up because I think he knows that they're probably better suited to this than maybe Matthias is.
Taste-wise.
Just because he's not really been in nature
Yeah.
ever, and
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to make him.
Matthias,
I was gonna
I think
say
being-
Della definitely helps.
I think being a military man also wakes up decently early. Probably not as early as you, but like internal clock kind of wakes up and he starts. I think he's checking like the wiring and stuff, making sure all the breakers and everything. Some of the more like modern stuff, and he's definitely keeps getting shocked, but he's like, fuck. Just mumbling under his breath.
Am
He's
I
doing
wrong?
it, but not very safely.
Yeah. Am I wrong? There were things nearby? Question mark?
There's like a general store.
There-
Okay.
About 2 days walk out.
Okay.
40 miles.
Then I'd say join in on the remodeling effort, and once we get to a point where like we've used all the resources that we've got here, we can make a little
A soiree.
Pilgrimage.
pilgrimage.
So we will come back to you all in just a moment, but really quickly, in the couple days following you all escaping New Jersey, we cut briefly to the council room. A council that you all never figured out existed. The Tiger Mask Man, and the Elephant Mask Man watch screens, watching security camera footage of you guys fighting Arthur. And also the replay of Trenten dying, Raegan dying, with rating graph bars on the side through the roof. They're making billions. Watching the broadcast of the death and the running. The man with the elephant mask is holding a baby. And the Tiger Mask Man says, ratings are through the roof. I mean, this was nothing but success. It's time to restart Project Showrunner.
I mean, I know it worked out for a few years, but I mean, after this one ended so dramatically, are you sure this is the wisest? We could always just do a sitcom.
Drama is what we do. This show might be over, but this next one, it'll certainly be a showstopper. We cut to a year later. You all have taken to living in this abandoned church, living off of the land, and trying to make a real life for yourselves. Talk to us a bit about how you think your character is doing a year after the fact. How's this church, this remodeling effort going? What do your new lives look like? How do you think your relationships with the other PCs have developed? And take a minute to think about it if you need to. But when you're ready, take it away.
Matthias is still trying to convince either one of them to have sex.
By now, yes, but within the first day of being at the church, no.
I want to see how this happens. Do you just pull him into a room?
Yeah.
They'll like have a conversation and like talk about it, and then they go, "Oh,
no, yeah,
Matthias, fuck."
The girl's just ambushing him.
This is how I think it goes. It's like he's been like trying to insinuate it for so long, and it's like I'm so busy right now. Like I can't.
I am building a chicken coop from scratch.
What are you talking about? I've got things to do. But I think it's like
You don't even have a bedroom, Matthias.
I think once Audrey and Della have like a room set up, we just sit there and we wait for him in the hallway, and then we're like
He's giddy. Matthias is giddy.
Oh my god.
You hate it when a man says yippee.
He said hip hip hooray after the deed.
I want to know
He
what
says yippee and we kick him out.
Sorry. I want to know what the girls'
Just standing outside the door
conversation
like,
was.
So funny.
So do you think it's time? Are we good?
I mean, we're settled in.
I've got everything done on my list.
He's outside counting goods.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna ask you to do?
What do I roll?
Yep.
Stop it.
Poke around.
Poke around. Oh, foul.
Please let me use that. Please.
I don't care.
Hell yeah.
So funny.
My
You
highest
have to tell me how you're poking around.
I'm finding out what's
Internal.
working.
Oh,
So hear me out.
what he likes. What does Matthias like in
Hear me
bed?
out. Hear me
Holy
out.
shit! I just
Hey,
This
baby
is-
girl.
Is it diplomacy? Are you going to argue for diplomacy, Matthias?
21.
21.
I love it.
This is,
Matthias,
an
you can use
inter-
diplomacy.
this is an interpersonal relationship. I'm dealing with different
You can
parties.
use diplomacy.
Roll.
I let her do poke around. Yeah.
wait.
I can't do math.
You got it.
I rolled a 20.
I rolled 13 on 5 dice. My dice are so cursed today, guys.
Guys,
That was like,
Della's
whoa.
so good.
Yeah. We rocked Della's world.
You guys are all like sex dynamos. Like what?
Yeah.
So funny.
What needs to be said about this? Someone asked what Matthias was like in bed.
Yeah. What's it like?
Matthias is he's it's kind of like when you are like with somebody and you're like, oh, they've done this before. Like it's like suspiciously like rehearsed.
You figured it out. You figured out how to have sex.
Yeah.
See, you spell the alphabet, but you go 3 letters forward, 1 letter back, and just
Right,
repeat.
right.
What?
I'm screaming. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
Don't
do know what you're
investigate
talking about, but
further.
that's an insane sentence. that you just said.
Insane.
I know
It was
exactly
on
what you're talking
purpose.
about.
Thank you.
3 letters forward and
It was
1 letter
cursed on
back.
purpose. Thank you.
It's a lot of mental.
Like
You really got to keep
the
it pulled in your
cipher?
head.
What do you
This
mean?
is how Matthias does it.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you say.
Okay.
A B C B C D E.
Stop.
Actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Imagine thinking about that while having sex. Yeah. It's like
Oh,
it's
that's
I only
that's
went
okay.
2 letters back, not 3.
Guys, this is so
I only
funny.
went 2 letters back. That's so stupid.
Everyone-
My cheeks
Do you
are
guys need
smiling.
to say anything else about your time together?
we could keep going. This is. Hey, what do you think the ad's gonna be for?
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know until it happens.
Condoms. So
I
children aren't
could
involved.
not hear. I cut out.
Oh God.
Are we all chemically sterilized?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we sterile?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
No babies.
How would you have
Joe?
been?
They sterilized us as babies.
Yeah.
No.
I thought,
Just for the drama, no. I don't know.
We need spin-offs. Come on.
Joe, do
No,
not make me
spin-off.
pregnant. Joe,
Roll for
do not make me
insemination.
pregnant. No.
Oh, let's not. Let's
No.
not say we did.
We're showrunners, not God.
Yeah.
In the words
I'm
of
not
Jack
All right, let's
Goldblum,
go. Let's.
Life
Not getting
How
pregnant.
is
finds a
1
way.
year of marriage? How's 1 year of marriage?
Oh, I mean, I'll have he'll start us off, but
Margo has never been happier to have something so real for the first time in her life. She is just absolutely smitten.
it's one of those like one of those couples where they hear about how like cursed and how like stressful and how hard marriage is, and they're like, I don't know what you guys are on about. This shit's fucking great. I also think that throughout this year, Margo and Rognar continue to learn from each other. Rognar is, or was, illiterate, and I think he would ask Margo to help teach him how to read and how to write, and he gains that agency for the first time in his life. And I think he would just take interest in the things that she does and the things that she likes. I think he would also want to learn how to sew. So that's something that they could like do together, like sitting on the porch, watching the birds, just like sewing together, making their clothes. I think she knows how to use a knife really well. I feel like Ragnar would teach her how to like properly hunt, so they could like hunt together if they needed to, but he's always willing to like, you know, this is just sort of like, so you know how to do this. I will always do this for you. But give her the agency
She
and the
does
choice.
know how to use a bow and arrow. She never got to show that off.
And then he falls in love with her. He falls in love with her all over again, seeing her shoot a bow and arrow. It's like the eyes, the
I love a woman that can kill me.
seeing her,
He hits
seeing
himself on the
her,
head with a big hammer.
seeing her hunt, seeing her hunt like a fucking badass, just like continuously learning new things about her and just falling in love with her all over again every single time.
Is anything else? Did anybody not get to say anything that they'd like to of their first year out in the wilderness on their own?
Matthias is getting really sick of having to host ceremonies renewing their vows every month.
Oh.
Hey guys, you don't have to do it all the time. You don't have to do it every month.
it's just we just have such a renewed love for each other. I feel like we should celebrate that, right, love?
We love to keep you guys included.
Right. You guys are a part of this too. It feels unfair to just have this between Margo and I.
Of course.
Matthias misinterprets this as them wanting to join the polycule.
Oh no! I mean, I just.
Matthias, no, no.
I'm not. I just miss.
Matthias doesn't kiss Rognar.
You say so.
Turns so it's on his cheek. Ah, yes. Brother.
Ella grabs Matthias and pulls him back. That's not what he was saying.
Wrong.
Yeah. I go outside and count birds.
Like,
I offer lessons in all the alien language I found out. All the alien languages I found out are just like Spanish and French.
Spanish, French, Russian.
I mean, there's probably people in that town that speak it, so it's probably
That's what I'm saying.
useful.
Ragnar sits in on those lessons. He sits
Canadian.
in on those
Yeah,
lectures.
I think we all would learn. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
do.
want to know what
Sure.
your home looks like as you're approaching a year of working on it. I want to know what your home looks like.
Garden,
Yeah.
chicken coop.
Chicken. I think
Ooh,
like
are there horses nearby? And I can
Horses
get, can
are
I get a
extinct
horse?
canonically.
Oh,
fuck.
right.
I think
I wanted a horse.
I have
would
a
love to give
feeling-
you a horse. They are extinct.
Here's what I'll give you. Here's what I'll give you. In the town 2 days away, you could steal a cow.
Hell yeah.
Steal a cow. I
Yeah.
steal a cow.
What does
She
and I feel
gonna
like
say,
selectively breeds
like
cows
Della-
or horses back into existence.
I feel like Della should name the cow.
For cow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
Yeah.
uh,
What did you say?
Breed,
Damn it, man.
breed horses back into existence is what he said.
you put me on the spot to name a cow.
I'll
Think about it.
I'll talk while you do it. I was just gonna say I think we went through a comical struggle of trying to get a chicken.
Yeah, it was like
we-
that
it took-
the
it took
Rocky
us-
scene, just chasing it around.
Chasing around the
took us
chicken.
so-
Yes.
It took us so long to find a chicken and then find more than one chicken to have in the coop. Like we had the coop built for a very long time.
We
Most
built a coop.
I think-
Most certainly, this random town has noticed these 5 hermits that keep sneaking in, stealing wildlife, stealing livestock, and then leaving again.
So funny.
Yeah.
Audrey,
I think-
go around the side. Go around the side. Get wait, go in. No, wait.
There's like 2 people at the top of a farmhouse with binoculars, like, well, they're at it again.
They're gonna.
We got 45 minutes before they get anything.
I'm gonna be dead in
I like to
5
think
years
that
or less.
we-
I don't really care.
They didn't
I like
know
that we
you
got-
could order a chicken on the Amazon.
We got to the farm, and I was like, I'll be right back. I got this. And then like 10, 15 minutes later, I'm still running around like heaving out of breath trying to catch a chicken.
Somehow
So-
you fully end up
definitely-
in the coop.
Guys, let me out!
Bella just goes and picks up a chicken with no effort.
Yeah, she would.
She would.
I
So-
suppose you could do it like that. Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
So one day, as you pass the 1 year mark, you're all foraging farther from your new home than you have before, trying to find new things, explore areas, maybe, and try to get like a map a little bit of where you're at in these woods. You stumble upon a building that sort of resembles, maybe one or two of you would recognize, a zoo. Like, that's what it looks like to you. I don't know, maybe Audrey would be the only one that is familiar with zoos. It kind of looks like a zoo. Just in the way that it's like arched entryway and then like outdoor paths walking around to different like sections. So as you guys walk in, it is in ruins. I mean, it is long abandoned. There's spray paint and propaganda from a group called the Friends of the Five. And you guys see on the sign over the door, Rognar newly being able to read, you can see that it says Lok Studios, Lot A. And as you walk in, you start walking around and you see different doors that, as if you walk long enough, there's 6 of them. This giant archway with a gate and a sign above it that says Rognar the Menacing. There clearly used to be like a cybernetic force field here, which has now fizzled out because it has been a long time since anyone has been here. And through the gate, you can see the set for Rognar the Menacing. Rognar, give me the equivalent of like a perception check here. Anything that you'd like to roll here. And all of you see this as well.
10.
You hear a very faint and like scratching from somewhere inside the set.
Oh my god, I rush. I sprint!
You run in and you find, like, before you even enter the real set, like where the force field is, there's like this in-between area past the sign where it would be like, this is where you know, change into the appropriate wardrobe. This is where you get mic'd for the day, you know, that kind of thing. And you see an abandoned, like, rusty garage that you're able to easily, no roll required, lift the door on, and within 6, like, Hollywood trained, probably like shepherds of some kind, like not really wolves, that have been living off of the supply of dog food that had been left in their enclosure, bound towards you.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god, he's gonna get on his hands and knees and like wrestle all these dogs, just let them like run all over him. I have their names. Also, I wrote their names before the whole thing even started. So he's gonna like roll around with it. He goes, Rock, Scruff, Stink, Forepaws, Rex, Lully. Oh, it's so good to see you all again. Give him kisses and like cry, like just crying, like just overwhelmed with joy and yeah.
They all circle around you, sniffing and just jumping all over you. They haven't seen you in so long. They look pretty hungry, but again, they've had this, like, there was tons of food, and they managed to break out of their pen and into where all the food was, so they've been fine, but, like, very clearly could use some help here. They're excited to see you again. And they, like, you see a few of them start to dart into the set.
He's gonna take Margot's hand because I think this is just gonna be really painful for him to relive this, but he wants to follow these dogs.
You follow Rock in through where there used to be, like I said, a force field that would prevent you from seeing out from it. And we see that Flintstones town from the very first session of post-production. Rock huts that, in comparison to all the things you've seen now, Rognar, just, I think it's like going, I mean, it is like going back into your childhood home in a very literal sense, but it's like going back into your childhood playhouse now that you've been living in a real house as an adult. You kind of see how dilapidated it all is, and just how small these buildings are, and how, at least most of the buildings in New Jersey you could just walk into, but these you've always had to crouch and duck your head a little bit to go through doorways. And you see the houses of your neighbors. And again, just realizing now, like, there were 20 people in my life. You know, like, there was maybe 4 or 5 families in the whole town. And your house, perfectly center, across from the field where the wolves stayed that you worked at. The Velociraptor Derby track that you can't even imagine. 2 weeks ago you were thinking about how you were going to impress Ola at the Velociraptor Derby. Here we are, and it's empty, and it's been a year. Not 2 weeks ago. Sorry, we had a time skip.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Anyway, a year later, it's abandoned. Nothing's been upkept. Things are, weeds and things are growing up. You see your old home, where you can duck in through and see the stone, animal skin pallets that you and your mother slept on every night. Your friends see your home for the first time, unless any of them had watched Rognar the Menacing. But what's going through Ragnar's mind as he walks back through his hometown, his set?
I think just grief, pain. I think he wants to be rid of this place, but I think he sees the value in, like, just seeing it one last time. And like when you leave a bad situation and you move on to a better one, and then maybe you see that person or that thing from that terrible chapter of your life, and you're reminded of how bad it was, and it kind of affirms how much happier you are in the place you're in now. I think it's very much those feelings of like, there was so much pain here. And Rognar doesn't have to duck through doors anymore. Are there any pictures of him and Tammy?
See some cave paintings, yeah.
I think he's gonna grab one. And then maybe some of the pelts is like if he had one that he liked a lot, maybe like a safety blanket or something, like, but I think that's probably it. I think he's fine closing this chapter and just leaving this behind forever, because, yeah, it just reminds him of all the lies and the pain and everything that was orchestrated for other people's entertainment.
You grab a stone tablet that now you know that Lok Studios' art department painted in the style of a cave painting, and then your mom presented it to you. But you take that with you. Take an animal pelt or two. I think you even see like a stuffed straw doll in the corner that was your only reference to what a bobblehead was when you arrived at Lok Studios. Maybe you picked that up too. And as you close the door on this chapter of your life, everyone kind of silently watching as you absorb your old home and say goodbye. You walk back out to that main pathway. You walk further down this main road. We see a second sign. Aaron, what does that sign say?
In large neon calligraphy, honor and heart. Another archway, no longer functional. You look through, there's woods, a wide stream you remember, placed to keep you away from this side of the set. Beyond that, the small town around Zephyr Keep, buildings you recognize. Will you go in?
I think Margo
You
answers.
cross the river, dry now that we don't have pumps filling it. Crossing through, walking through the village. You snuck out a few times. You had a friend who lived there. A small church. The butcher, the baker, candlestick maker. It's all what you expected. You continue up to the keep, the drawbridge down, entering into the courtyard, knowing where the secret passages are, what floorboards might creak. Where do you go?
I think she goes to the throne room.
You go to the throne room where so much drama had been put into place. You see your mother and father's throne, your family crest above them, chandeliers with long burnt out candles.
I think she just kind of kneels in front of the chairs and takes a moment. Quietly, she goes, I know this wasn't real, but you guys were the closest thing to family I had. And we didn't always get along, but I did love you. And I forgive you. And it's okay, because I found my real family now. And even if it's not what you wanted it for me, I think I'm gonna be okay.
Do you explore any more of the keep?
I don't think so. I think she's already crying, and I think she's had her peace with it, and she's just gonna go back to her new family.
You all take your leave, leaving behind the castle with so much drama and trauma, knowing that any of the resources that may be here aren't worth taking. Training swords in the courtyard, an ornate bow above your bed. It was too risky to give you too many arrows, though. And you leave, making a life for yourself. Back out into the courtyard, approaching another archway.
This one has in swooping script that looks like it's made out of rope. Cursive. Last call. Flickering one letter still has the light on in it, but the rest are out. Della, as you begin to walk in, you walk through that crumbling archway, and you see that, like, as you step over the archway, you step on a pressure plate that starts playing over warbly speakers. Because every time a new person came to town, that's what you heard. But you're not a new person in town. Keep stepping through. And you see the town you grew up in, and much the same as Rognar, I think, you're realizing just how small it was. I mean, there's some homes, but mainly the inn. I don't think that you realized until now that everyone you knew that lived in the town, either you had no idea where they lived or they lived in the inn. You see a general store. You see a ranch that had horses for sale for far too steep prices all the time. You don't see any traces of those horses. Now you're not really even sure how they did it. Robots, you're guessing. And you stumble upon your bar. Last call at nightfall. Saloon. If you walk inside, those swinging doors go back and forth, and I think that you see on the bar, like, you know, a few glasses that are still dirty that just never got cleaned up because of when the PAs took you out. You see one chair, one stool over on its side from a bar fight that never got resolved. You see some cowboy's abandoned lasso and abandoned hat hanging up on the hat hooks. What does Della do here?
I kind of look around. And I walk behind the bar. And I look at the stool that Eddie used to always sit in. I don't miss him, but I miss how simple I thought the world was to some degree. And you can see a bit of sadness in her eyes for a moment. She just shakes her head, and I'm gonna grab whatever liquor is left at the bar. I grab the hat, and I just turn to everyone else, and I'm like, "It's all I need."
You allow that door to close behind you, and as you step out, you step on that plate again. As for real this time, a stranger leaves this town. It really wasn't big enough for the both of you. And you continue down that pathway, and we see another archway.
Impact font. One of the letters with a small drip of blood, the other stiletto heel. They couldn't get you to wear those often. Detective Dame. You look inside. All the machines to keep this place looking big and obscured are gone. There's a handful of buildings, no more than 12 stories at their tallest. Incredibly rare. Dense and small. Yet again, you're allowed the opportunity to enter.
I think Audrey does not go in. I think she knows that before she was pulled out, that she was in the middle of some case, that she's probably said that she forgot the details too by this point, but I think no. I think she remembers most of it. And I think she doesn't want to revisit that space that is filled with evidence, both of crime, but also evidence that she succeeded in solving these mysteries. The type of thing where it's like you solve the mystery and someone gives you like their grandmother's watch or something like that. Like her office, her space that she lived in, all of those places are filled with sort of like awards to solving these things. And she knows now that even if they were fake, that they were probably based off of real things. And I think she doesn't want to give more attention to those mysteries that glorified someone's real suffering in some way. And she doesn't want to give it more time because she'll run it over in her head and think about how to solve it, and she doesn't need to solve it.
You guide the rest of your family away from this dome. Even still, brief flashes of this last case. Chalk outline. Blood splatters. Shaped more like a teardrop. A half-inch long, the victim was moving at speed. You put it behind you. The precinct, the office, the academy, the gun you never had to fire. You were still you in there. But now you get to be you wherever you want. We turn to the 5th set.
In Roboto font. Spaceplate Captain. As Matthias walks through this first set, he can see the stark line where it goes from like backstage of a set concrete to polished marble sidewalk as he strides down the main street. And kind of the only building that you had really ever been in was the academy and the military barracks. So you can see the academy off on, a block down this way. Your set was somewhat large. all things considered. But it was mostly buildings that had some vague purpose, like it's an office building that you had just never been in. You can see the academy down one way that you hadn't been in years anyway. But straight ahead, you do see your apartment building if you wished to enter. But you can also see, past that, there's a field where your spaceship lies.
Yeah, he's definitely going back to the USS. One last.
You head to this essentially helipad in the center of, like right on the outskirt of the city. You walk past your apartment building, which, to be fair, or not the apartment building, the barracks, which, to be fair, probably didn't really have anything in it, to be fair, to begin with. You climb the ladder up into the ship. You invite your family with you. You're back. It's all powered off. Of course, computer is shut down. You can see like some cracks in the screen, or it's definitely a thick layer of dust. None of these electronics are on. None of the lights are on. But if you leave the hatch open, there's enough light to see, and you can see the cots near the back. You can see this front, side, rear gunners, the control panel with a windshield that you now know turned to VR screens to show you where you went. You're not sure where these alien planets were. You're not seeing the set for those here. They were probably at some different lot. How they transported you there, you're really unsure. But you see the inside of your spaceship. You see the photo of your father on the helm.
I think I'm gonna sit down in my comfy chair one last time and definitely taking the photo. But yeah, just the same big in charge pose he had that he had so much confidence in at one point.
Is there anything else that you would look for while you're on your set?
I think definitely I was in particular thinking about the photo of my father. I think that he's probably okay leaving behind most everything else there. It's more like memories, and there's not really anything concrete he needs.
Knowing that in opposition to your family here, all of their shows, everything that they did took place on their set. And there's physical, tangible items to take with them. But like you said, yours is memories. Any planet that you might have visited is somewhere else. And all the memories you have are on your ship, and military man, you kept your personal belongings very sparse. But you take that photo, tuck it into your pocket, tuck it inside your jacket. And Matthias takes everyone back out of his set. And we turn down the main road and we see one final archway.
No. It's not Arthur.
No fancy fonts, no special signs. Just Arthur Denon.
No.
Not even a title. No tagline. Looking inside, it's visibly older than any of yours, more worn down. A handful of houses, little slice of suburbia. One house almost perfectly in the center of this facsimile of a town. What do you all do?
I don't know what the line here is between remembering him and
Dishonoring his memory.
invading his space. Yeah.
He didn't want any more of his life to be used for entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say we leave it or we destroy it?
I think we leave it.
I think we leave it as
that's,
is.
Right.
We don't need to use it for anything.
Yeah.
Even for
Let it rot here. Let it rot here
Revenge or
like
something.
everything else.
I whistle to call my dogs back.
They're following you.
You.
With that,
Oh, I was going to say you turn from this final doorway. Not that you don't care for what is within, but that it is not your place to explore it. Letting the dead lie. Perfect suburban household inside. Dust caking everything. And only more to come.
as you all mourn your lost comrade, I don't know that friend really describes it, but he was the only other person who had gone through what you all had gone through. And you tried. You really did. To bring him into your family and to let him have a second chance that you all were determined to have. But I think you all realize that the unfortunate truth is that sometimes people just slip through the cracks. And that not everybody can be saved. And that no matter how much all of you main characters of your shows want to save, some things are better left. You hear the national anthem begin to play very faintly, very far in the distance. And you all look up as bright lights mimicking a screen appear in the sky, again, far, far in the distance. A clip plays of 6 graves side by side with people kneeling before them. And they have your names written on them, yours and Arthur's. And the announcer's voice and the text at the bottom says, "After a year of search, Lok Studios is sad to announce that the cast of the 6 live shows have been officially declared dead." And that is where we leave the cast of post-production.
Done, gang. Wow.
I want it to be known that after we left his home, Matthias set up an extra grave for Arthur
in the graveyard.
in the graveyard.
I
'Cause
also
fuck the Lok Studio ones.
Yeah, I was thinking we wanted our second chances, but it was Arthur's third.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
His second chance had already been
fake.
ruined. He wasn't interested in
Everything.
it.
Yeah.
Nolan, hit us with that YouTube outro and ad, and then we can talk about it. We schedule cavemen.
Hey, Whisperers. Like what you see? You can get more of me and my co-stars on the Whispers of the Dice YouTube channel and TikTok. Post-production is just one of our exciting adventures. All the highs, lows, and laughs are just clicks away. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
That was pretty good, Nolan. Wow.
Yeah, that ad
Highs,
as
lows,
well.
and laughs. I like
What's
that.
our ad? Oh, Nolan?
Yeah.
Was that your ad as well, or was that just your outro?
Oh, that was just my outro.
Okay.
That's right.
Go ahead.
We got more.
Are you tired of the miserable existence of the flesh? Grossed out by the blood and bones that constitute your corporeal form? Can you see the days and years weighing heavy on your the mirror? Try uploading your consciousness to a database of cloud-based human souls. Forget your troubles as our board of directors decides how best to profit from your memory. The concept of abandoning the physical reality a little too much? Split the gap. Have our patented exoskeleton welded to your very bone. For the low, low cost of joints and ligaments torn from their natural locations, you, too, could continue to live against your wishes for ages untold.
Dun, 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 dun.
So cursed. Live against your wishes.
Live against your wishes.